All right, guys, happy Sunday. Sunday. You got your coffee, right? I hope so. No, I'm not at my house. Obviously. This is a nice this is a nice place. All right, guys, just right off the gate, this video has literally nothing to do with Costa Rica except that I live in Costa Rica. So if you came here, you're a first-time viewer and you're expecting some travel tips or things like that, that is not this video. This video is going to be pretty personal, probably a little bit too much TMI. It's not going to be long, though. I've got what I want to say. It's not going to be long drawn out. But anyway, it's about I'm 6 months into not drinking. And I know you've heard this before, but I got a couple of things to say, maybe some things you haven't heard before. I'm going to tell you why I'm making this video here in a second. All right, guys, I'm Michael Lown for TravelCostaRicaNow.com. I'm not going to talk about the travel agency, but we do have a relocation retreat coming up in June. So if Costa Rica's on your radar, think that you might want to live here, but you're not quite sure. It's a 7-day seminar. When you leave that seminar you'll absolutely know if Costa Rica is right for you. And that link, all that information there's a link in the description. It'll take you to where all that information is. And hey, man, I'd appreciate a subscribe. It helps. And if you want to see videos as we put them up, hit the notification bell. Okay, so yeah, I stopped drinking about 6 months ago. Now, the reason I'm making this video is I feel somewhat of an obligation to make it. All right, I have a little bit of a platform, and it really is, hey man, if you can just help one person, you know, that kind of thing. So if you can just help one person, whether it's drinking or maybe it's just some sort of thing you're dealing with, maybe something I say will click and it helps you. And that's the only reason really I am making this video. You know what I realize? You know what I realize is nobody, you know, even and myself included, you know, people, they just want you to sit in the mud with them. You know, they want you to sit in the mud with them when they tell you their story or what's going on with their life. They don't want to hear you try to fix them. They know what to do, really. They just want somebody to listen. I don't think enough people have people to listen to them without like the judgment. Really, sit down in the mud with me. Let me say what I want to say and no judgment and just be there, you know, just be there. Because anybody that's dealt with alcohol or any kind of addiction, we all know about guilt and shame. We know, trust me, we can write a book on guilt and shame, and everyone basically knows what to do. We need to stop the behavior. Now, what I did learn, and I'm going to get just touch on it briefly, what I did learn the first time around, for those of you who don't know, I did stop drinking from 2017 to 2020, so I went 3 years. But the problem with that first time was, yes, I stopped drinking, but I didn't, for me, stopping the drinking is the easy part. To me, that's the easy part. It's after that. Now, you have to go, man, well, why am I still so fucked up? I quit drinking. Why is my head, so messed up now? Luckily, this time wasn't that, but yeah, so and we all know the hardest thing to do is, that first day, that first couple of days. So again, we just want somebody to sit with us, listen to us. And that's what I'm trying to say is if anybody is struggling or you need somebody to listen, you need somebody to talk to that's not really going to, try to fix you or judge you or anything, email me. Doesn't have to have anything to do with Costa Rica. I will lend an ear. So just want to put that out there. All right, so I did quit between 2017 and 2020. Just to let you know, I don't know why when people talk about drinking on any podcast, I stopped drinking for 1,000 days or whatever. You always kind of go, how much did you drink? How much did you really drink? You're thinking they probably didn't even drink that much, and they stopped drinking. I always kind of laugh at that because I'm thinking, yeah, what did you have 2 beers at night or something? So the only reason I'm telling you this is so you can just know I'm legit. I could have 20 beers with no problem. 20 beers. And if you want to mix things in there with it, you want to do a shot with me, we can do that. You want to switch? You want to go to Jack and Coke? You want to do something else? Want to do some something else? We can do that too. So, I could drink 6 beers for breakfast. Six. Now I'm smiling because I'm what when they say high functioning, I'm super high functioning. But the problem with that is So I just don't sit around. I'm that guy that I could have passed out in your kitchen, fell on some glass, passed out, woke up at 7, and I'm still going to the gym. I'm still doing my thing. I'm still working because my credo used to be work hard, play hard. And if the play ever overtakes the work, then that's when you kind of, well, you have a problem now because so I lived by that. So I've always worked hard, I've always worked out, always had a good diet, and I always kind of timed my drinking kind of until then it gets a little bit out of hand. But so that's a blessing and a curse. I'm not bragging. Actually, that's worse. It'd be much better if I just got terrible, terrible hangovers with my head in the toilet, right? I mean, then I would, but I didn't. I didn't. That's I pushed through that and become a full-fledged drinker. Um, so now after you stop drinking, so here's the best thing. So again, I stopped about 6 months ago. So what you realize is that, okay, I said I was high functioning. I'm still working out. But what I realized is I'm at best 70% in anything, regardless of what it is. At best, I'm probably 70%. But if you're a drinker, the 70 probably, oh no, I can do my thing. I always operate at 95%. No, you don't. No, you don't. And when you stop drinking, you realize it because your fog lifts, man. Your fog lifts, and that's what happened to me. And it did it pretty quick this time. So the fog lifted, clarity. My brain is fired. It's functioning, and I'm ready to go, man. My creativity is off the charts. I got videos. I got lists. I don't. There's no worry about what I need to talk about on that. The gym. I always went to the gym, right? So. But since I stopped, man, my gym has just gone boop. Everything's kind of going. My lifts. I'm old, so it's not like I'm looking any better or anything. But my lifts have gone up, and got my strength back. We'll say. Let's just go with that. And like I was alluding to before, I didn't. When I quit this time, I didn't have those past issues. The first time I quit back in 2017, it was terrible. I think I made videos about it. I was like, I'm a year in and I still feel like shit. Well, I don't now. I think a lot of it had to do with getting right with my son. I'm pretty sure that had a lot to do with it. So when I stopped, it was great. Clarity, creativity, gym, all that. If I'm gonna be happy, if happy is like a thing, I'm more happy now. I wake up, I'm going to bed at the right time. I remember what's going on. I remember what I did last night because, yeah, I did that too. Blacking out. Talk about guilt and shame. Anyway, oh, and the other thing that's cleared up a lot of times is I'm one of those. I'm a. I was a drinker that makes bad decisions. Bad decisions late in the evening. Like sometimes I'm waking up with people that I don't remember. I don't know how that happened. But anyway, so the bad decisions got cut down to pretty much zero, which is nice. So I didn't have to worry about that. Now, if there's a best part, those are the best parts, and that's why I would, if I could tell you, if you could just stop whatever it is you're doing, whether it's drugs or alcohol, if you could stop for maybe, that first day obviously is tough, those first couple of days, but you get by those, man, and things start kind of clearing up a little bit, fog starts lifting, and it's very beneficial. So, but if there's a best part, there's also a worst part. So what happened with me, the first month, my drinking, I had some drinking friends, and I also had some hardcore, let's say, party people I hung out with. The first month I stopped, they were still coming over at 10 o'clock at night. Mike, I got some beers. And I was telling them, hey man, I'm not drinking. You can drink, no problem. Bring the beer. I don't care. I'm not drinking anything. But they'd still bring them and they would, come on, man, just have a beer. No, bitch. I'm not drinking. And at first I just said 3 months. I told everybody I'm stopping for at least 3 months. So, but anyway, so that first month, all my hardcore, this was after already drinking in the evening, and then now it's later on a Friday, Saturday night. Hey, Mike, I'm coming over. Party favors, let's go. So those people, after about a month and a half, got the message, and I don't even see them anymore. I guess we're not friends. whatever. I mean, it's all good. Now, the other thing is, what I do miss though is the camaraderie of drunks, man. We all get together. It's fun when everybody's drinking. It's not like it's not fun. I mean, it's fun talking just shit. Now, then you get the people go to bed, and there's always a couple hangers on like me, still drinking the last beer. Now we're all crying in our beers, telling sad stories and stuff. I actually kind of miss that because what happened with me, uh, uh, um, I tried to hang. These are my kind of my friends here in Costa Rica. But what happened with me is, um, it's hard to be around drinkers. You can only last like a half hour with them. They get so stupid. And dude, I'm not throwing stones. I was that person. I was that person. More aggressive. Hey, what did you say, man? Let's debate that. It's not flat Earth. I promise. Or whatever it was. So, what happened was I didn't really want to be around it because it just isn't that fun. If you're not partying, it's just not that fun. So what happened was I just kind of drifted out of it. And so I kind of missed the camaraderie, but not at the expense of sitting through it just to be around drunken friends, So, uh, so I'm by myself more. That's pretty much what that means. I'm by myself, doing my thing, keeping my schedule, going to the gym, being boring as shit. Boring as shit. All I do is think about what videos I want to do, try to do interviews, going to the gym, watch what I'm eating, I'm in bed like some okay. So I do kind of, again, I missed that, and so I am kind of, I'm thinking about getting a cat again. Actually, that's where that's going. Or I'm thinking about, I've already increased a lot of different exercise things I'm doing. So I've thought about adding a few more, like maybe even go for a walk, although I ride my bike all the time. So I was thinking about either getting a cat again or just upping my exercise things to, bide my time a little bit more instead of, maybe watching a podcast or something. Again, I'm busy. I want to say that I'm not, it's low. I'm not really lonely, but I am alone. I guess is what I'm saying. So that's been the only sucky part, but it's really not worth right now. I'm not saying I will never drink again, but I don't know if I mentioned it in another video back. I was with my good friend, my medical dental guru guy, Johnny. We're out, and he goes, "Are you gonna have a beer?" And I was like, "Well, if I'm gonna have a beer, the first beer back, might as well have it with you." And then when the waiter came over, or the waitress, whatever, I was like, "What do you want?" And water. So I'm just not into it. I have no. It's not nagging me. It's not like I'm going, I got to get up a beer. I got to have a beer. Give me beer. Nope. Zero. None. No, it doesn't even. And it doesn't bother me if people are drinking around me either. I can go to a bar. I can be around. That stuff just does not bother me. So anyway, that's where I'm at, man. 6 months in. I'm not looking for any kind of congratulations. Matter of fact, I find that very embarrassing. Mike, you can do it. I know I can. I can do it. I probably should do more of it where I am. So anyway, just wanted to do that again. I made this video. If you need someone to chat with or talk to or email, however you want to do it, I will be there for you. I will put everything aside. Maybe it'll be my new forget the cat. All right, guys, man, enjoy your Sunday. Have coffee on me or for me, with me. I'm Michael Allen, travelcostaricanow.com. Peace, guys. Hope it helps. Let's get back to Costa Rica for a minute. So if you think about living or traveling anywhere in the world and it's Costa Rica, I would suggest my videos. All right, man. Have a good one.